Chapter 14. Having a Happy Moment. Hervey Bay, Queensland. Ernest Hemingway enters. Square jaw, piercing eyes, arms of steel. Arguably the greatest fisherman to have ever graced the earth. Ernest in monologue. I've won every fishing competition thrown at me. Caught record-breaking marlin, arm-wrestled great whites. But I have never met two more worthwhile opponents such as these two. Their reputation precedes them. God under his breath. Oh, you have no idea. Loki, who I bumped into in the corridor, says they come highly recommended. Really? Both God and Charles look at each other and groan. Yes, Ernest. Charles here has been trying to catch these two for his awards podium for, longer than I can remember. They must have eaten their own body weight in poisonous fish by now, with no ill effect. Charles, exasperated. Students really can eat everything. Ernest rolls up both sleeves. Let me try. The greatest fisherman moves the Black Bishop, takes White Castle. This has got to work. The chessboard changes into a window. Oh, look down there, Ernest exclaims. Those kids on the jetty have just caught a Happy Moments fish. Chew your arm off. God and Charles. Yes, we know. Right, let's have some fun and get those awards handed out. Too right. They all look down, excited. I wake up to loud snoring. Firthy, hung over, in the next bed. An empty bladder of a 4-litre box of wine is being lovingly nuzzled. There's a sharp, needle-like pain in my calf. I look down and see pinpricks all over my lower leg. What the hell? Fishing a couple of days back on the jetty, Firthy and I land a fish. Excellent. Supper caught, we are about to stick it in the bucket. Old fisherman strolls over. Strong Queensland drawl. Boys, you don't want to eat that. It's called a Happy Moments fish, because the moment one prick of those spines gets you, you won't be happy until you've chewed your own bloody arm off. The pain is so bad. Shaking his head, wanders off, muttering something. My God, Firthy, is there anything in Australia that won't kill you? Firthy, contemplative. Not to my knowledge, mate. We quickly kick the fish back into the water. Lucky escape. Crap, I wonder how much poisonous fish we have unknowingly eaten so far. Tons, probably. That would explain a few things, we both agreed. Asterisk. Right, we need to catch tea. Hervey Bay is a small town on the Queensland coast, where we would stay as students for a year and supplement our meals by catching fish. As Firthy stated, studying was a mere possibility, but fishing was our everyday. We spend the money saved on boxes of 4-litre rocket fuel wine, costing about $5. Off to the bait shop we go, 3 of us, including another good mate, Chris. We get some prawns and burley, fish guts and chum. Chris picks up some squid. Back to the flat, we go to make fishing preparations. We open up a prawn packet and feed our 2 huge, as in the size of a hand, huntsman spiders that are sat in the middle of a web that spans 6 feet across each window. They are named Sid and Vicious, and they keep the beasties at bay, as their web acts as a massive fly screen. 1 on each window, sorted. Initially confused about how prawns were landing on their web, they soon developed a crustacean addiction. Overcoming their suspicion of foul play or sorcery, they happily munched on. We make plans to go fishing later. Meanwhile, Chris is making supper. Supper arrives. Oh, great, I'm starving. What the fuck, Chris? Chris chewing on a tentacle. What? It's all good. I cooked them in garlic. Chris, now a respected banker, looks delighted with himself. Chris, mate, you can't cook and eat the squid bait, for fuck's sake. Why not? Because it will probably kill you, for starters. Yeah, but you two have been eating poisonous fish for at least 3 months, Chris retorts. Yeah, but we didn't know. Anyway, if you start eating all the bait, how are we going to catch any bloody fish? We'll all go hungry, or worse, have less booze money, and you'll be visiting the loo for the next 2 days, or the morgue if you eat any more. Sid and Vicious will be pissed too, eating all of their dinner. 80 eyes stare angrily back at Chris. Right, that's decided it. Stand down, student. You are not required on this fishing mission. Chris shrugs and walks off. Come on, Firthy, let's go. And Chris, don't eat any more bait. There's 400 packs of 2-minute noodles in the cupboard. Chris opens the cupboard quickly, disappears under a mountain of noodles. Muffled voice. I'm okay, I'm not hurt. Wait, boys, I can't feel my toes. Firthy and I look at each other. We wait. Oh, yes I can. Sorry. Right, Firthy.